Hello and welcome to a small overview for the new update for the Cinema 4D rig 3.1. And okay, so let's double click this symbol. And so we opened our scene rig. And the first thing is, here we have now flip horizontal and flip vertical. That means now you can flip the background picture. I needed it in the last project I did, one of the last projects, and so I implemented it here. So let's say we take this here and put it in our slot here, seen by camera on, and let's hide the floor for the moment. And sometimes you want to flip it, this background picture. So let's say like here. Sometimes it's like here. This center is mirrored, so on some pictures. So now you have the possibility to just flip it horizontal or flip it vertical, or both, of course. This is the first one now, and the second one is we have now a color profile. We can choose the color profile if you want the embedded color profile or linear or sRGB. You will see the difference when you go to linear and sRGB, and the default setting is default, of course. And this was the next thing next problem I had in my last project. So it's now here, and it's of course here, and for the background picture too. So what have we here now again? So that's okay. Yeah, here now in the background picture we have the same. We can change the color profile. The next thing in the camera is now we can change the focal length. You need it sometimes. For my last tutorial for the under the dome, for example, we needed a focal length of 80, and so we can change it now here in the camera. This was not possible with the 3.0. Okay, that's this. The next thing is we have now a sun tag here, and this is quite nice, I think. So this was for one of my last projects too. There I needed sunlight, so let's search for a picture with sun here. Okay, and put it in here. Now go to the rotate horizontal. Let's see, where is the sun? Okay, I see here we have the sun. And just take for example, just take a floor and make a cube, so we can see shadows. Okay. Now if we render this now, we have just the GI, this ambient occlusion, nothing more. And sometimes you want to see the shadow from the sun. So now we have the possibility here, the sun. When we activate the sun, let's the render region, so activate, and now let's rotate and let's see where the sun is. And here we have this disk here for the sun, and just drag it something like to the sun here. Let's say some here. This is our sun, and if we render now, see, we have exactly the sunlight here now. And this disk of course does not render, so And if you say no, that's maybe that is too long, the shadow or something else, just put it up or something. You see? And the next thing is now, if you rotate now this background picture, let's go to the HDRI and HDRI settings here, and rotate horizontal. So now you see the sun rotates with the sun here. Now we have the sun on this side. Now we have it here, or even if we go on the side, the sun follows the HDRI now. So you have every time where the sun is, you have the correct shadow. This is very nice for compositing and something else, with sunshine, with nice shadows and something else. And I think this is a nice addition. It's nice to play with it. So this is this. And the next thing is I did just a studio here, studio L. It is just an background L. Sometimes you don't want to play with HDRIs or something else, or to render with HDRIs. So now I did this studio here. So let's make a new file here. And you know that such studios, of course. And here in this studio you can scale this guy here, scaling the X, of course, scaling the Y, scaling Z direction. Then you can change the roundness here. You can make it like this, so you have a nice edge, or something like very round. So and you can change the here, and you can go over this. So if you go something like this, I have did it up to 50, and I think that's more than enough. If you really need more subdivisions, just put this whole thing in a subdivision surface. So let's say you take something like this, and just put this whole studio in a subdivision surface, and you get a nice rounding here too. So, yep. And if you want to change here the texture for the stage here, you see, you just can change here the texture whatever you want. So can make it however you want. There is, yeah, I think there is nothing more to say for this. Yep. And if you want to change the projection mode, so let's say you want checkerboard or something else and you want it cubic, just open it here, and you have here the studio, and just go here, instead of your V mapping, search the mapping you want. Okay, this is the short overview. I will send now the emails for so if you see this tutorial, you will already have an email with a new link for the update. Of course, just the buyer will have this. And yeah, and it's costs still just €10. And I think that's still a fair price. So you have now this really big rig. You can really do a whole lot. You see, this is a lot of possibilities. And you have a nice softbox here, and now the studio. And of course now with the new sunlight, what I like very much. Okay, this is the new update, and this weekend will come a new tutorial. Maybe I recorded today, so maybe it's online today. I don't know if I find timer, but I think. And so, yes, I wish you a nice Friday, and yeah, hope to see you soon. Bye bye, tschüss und baba.